Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Kyle Richards recently opened up about a question that fans and followers have been asking for quite some time. Does her daughter Sophia Umansky still live at home, or has she fully moved out on her own? It's something that naturally comes up because audiences have followed Kyle's family for years through television, social media, and public appearances. When you see a family grow up on screen, you feel connected to their milestones, whether it's going off to college, moving into a new apartment, or starting a career. With Sophia in particular, people have been curious because they know her as one of the Umansky daughters who is often shown around the family's Beverly Hills home. Now that she's older, fans want to know if she's out on her own completely or if she still calls her mom's house home base. Kyle took the time to set the record straight, and her clarification gives us a better picture of how Sophia is balancing independence with her family roots. Kyle explained that Sophia has indeed reached that stage of life where she is spending a lot of her time on her own. She has her own direction, her own space, and her own routines that reflect where she's at as a young adult. At the same time, Kyle made it clear that family is such a core part of who they are that the idea of completely cutting ties with the family home doesn't really make sense. According to Kyle, Sophia does still have a strong connection to her home life, and that shows in the fact that she goes back often, stays over, and still has that sense of belonging in the house she grew up in. For Kyle, clarifying this point was important because she wanted people to understand that having grown children doesn't mean you stop being close or stop sharing space. Kyle's words also highlight something that many parents and children experience, especially when the child is in that stage between being fully dependent and fully on their own. It's a gradual shift. Sophia has lived away for school, for travel, and for her own endeavors, but she knows her mom's home is always there for her. Kyle expressed that this arrangement feels natural for their family. They don't see it as a rigid situation where you either live at home or you don't. Instead, they view it as a balance between independence and staying close-knit. This clarification comes at a time when fans are more curious than ever about the personal lives of the Richards-Umansky family. Part of the reason is because Kyle herself has been in the headlines quite a bit. Whether it's questions about her marriage, her projects, or her friendships, she's been a constant topic of discussion. With all that attention, it's natural that fans extend their curiosity to her daughters. People want to know how Sophia, Farah, Alexia, and Portia are all navigating life. Sophia in particular has always had a spotlight as someone who balances a more private nature with occasional glimpses into her world. When Kyle clarified Sophia's living situation, she also shared how proud she is of the way her daughter is carving her own path. Sophia has been studying, focusing on her career, and also staying connected with her siblings. Kyle pointed out that for her as a mom, it's meaningful to see that Sophia still values home, even while spreading her wings. It reassures her that the family bonds remain strong, no matter where life takes each of them. Something that stands out in Kyle's response is the way she normalized the idea of adult children still spending time at their family home. She emphasized that there's nothing unusual or concerning about that. For many young adults, especially those in their early 20s, having access to the family home is comforting and practical. It provides stability and support while they transition into full independence. Kyle wanted to make sure people understood that Sophia isn't living at home in the sense of being dependent, but she also isn't cut off from her family either. It's an in-between stage that works for both of them. In her clarification, Kyle also touched on how Sophia's schedule plays a role. With school, travel, and work commitments, Sophia isn't always in one place. Sometimes she's away, other times she's home, and other times she's balancing both worlds. Kyle described it as fluid, and that flexibility is what makes it comfortable for their family dynamic. For Kyle, what matters most is that Sophia is happy, productive, and moving forward with her life goals, regardless of where she sleeps at night. Fans responded positively to Kyle's clarification because it not only answered their curiosity, but also showed how relatable the situation is. Many families can identify with young adults who are in transition. In fact, it has become increasingly common for adult children to spend time at home, even after moving out. Rising costs of living, career opportunities in different locations, and the desire for family closeness all contribute to this trend. Kyle's openness about Sophia's living arrangement adds to that conversation and shows that even celebrity families experience the same dynamics as everyone else. Kyle also expressed how much she enjoys having Sophia around whenever she comes back home. She talked about how the energy changes in the house, how her younger daughter Portia gets excited to have her sister around, and how the whole family feels complete when they're together under one roof. For Kyle, that's a reminder of why she never wanted to set strict rules about who lives where. She sees the home as a place that belongs to all her daughters, no matter how old they are or how far they go in life. That sense of belonging is something she works hard to preserve. In the bigger picture, Kyle's clarification about Sophia still having a presence at home reflects the values that she's emphasized for years: family, love, and support. On television, she has often been portrayed as someone who fiercely protects her children and makes sure they know they are loved. This moment was just another example of that. By clarifying the truth about Sophia's living situation, she wasn't just answering a fan question. She was also reinforcing the idea that family homes are safe havens, places you can always come back to without judgment. Kyle also addressed the misconception that grown children returning home is a sign of weakness or failure. She pushed back against that stereotype, making it clear that in Sophia's case, it's about choice and connection, not necessity. That distinction is important because public perception can sometimes be harsh, especially when it comes to celebrity families. Kyle wanted to remind people that just because you see a young adult spending time at home doesn't mean they aren't independent or successful. It simply means they value their roots. Kyle even mentioned that she personally enjoys the times when the house feels full again. With her daughters growing up and living their own lives, she's no stranger to the empty nest feeling. So when Sophia or her other daughters come back, even if only for a short stay, it fills her with joy. For her, it's less about logistics and more about cherishing those moments together. That perspective resonated with many parents who heard her words and felt the same way about their own children. As Kyle clarified Sophia's situation, she also gave fans a glimpse into her parenting style. She's supportive but not controlling, protective but not overbearing. She encourages independence while still keeping the door open, literally and figuratively. Sophia's ability to move between her own life and her family home is a testament to that balance. Kyle has built an environment where her daughters feel secure in exploring the world, knowing they always have a place to come back to. The clarification also puts to rest any rumors or exaggerated assumptions. In the world of reality television and celebrity gossip, small details can often get blown out of proportion. By speaking directly, Kyle made sure the narrative stayed true. She didn't want people speculating or making up their own versions of Sophia's life. Instead, she provided a clear and heartfelt explanation, which helped set the record straight in a respectful way. Another interesting aspect is how this clarification connects to Kyle's broader public image. As someone who has been on television for years, she knows how quickly speculation spreads. By addressing this directly, she showed once again that she values honesty and transparency, especially when it comes to her family. Fans appreciate that because it makes her more relatable and trustworthy. As the conversation around Sophia's living situation continues, it's likely that people will keep paying attention to how she grows and where life takes her. For now, Kyle's message is simple. Sophia is independent, but she's also deeply connected to her family home. It's not about choosing one or the other. It's about balancing both. That's the reality for many young adults today, and it's the reality for Sophia too. Kyle concluded her clarification by expressing gratitude for the interest people show in her family, but also reminding everyone that her daughters are individuals carving out their own paths. Sophia's connection to home is just one part of her story. There's so much more ahead for her, and Kyle is excited to see it unfold while continuing to provide the love and support that has defined their relationship from the start. So, at the end of the day, the answer to the question is clear. Does Sophia still live at home? Not in the sense of being fully dependent or rooted there every day. But yes, in the sense that the family home is still very much a part of her life. She comes back, she stays over, she belongs there, and that will probably always be the case. Kyle Richards wanted fans to know that, to understand that independence and family closeness aren't opposites, they can exist side by side, and in her family, that's exactly what they do. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.